Hey guys, I'm from Team Softwatch here. So this is my post-clan selection Angerblader profile. I actually decided to kind of build it like this, just to have a little. It's actually a really good build. This is actually a really good build. It's got really good power levels and pretty aggressive actually. It's actually effectively more aggressive than before. So to start off with, we have for Angerblader, main grade 4. You'll want to see this in your hand. This is primarily for going fast. You just want to power through and kill your opponent as quick as possible. And this is basically the way you go for it. And for going second, we do have Angetblader. Absolutely brilliant card. Great addition to Tachikaze. It gives power to the front row when you've got three new gauges, and for a soul and a counter blast, you can draw a card, draw 2 cards, call 2 cards from your hand, and put a gauge under each of them. A really good setup for when you ride it with Angerblader on your second ride, and just go ham from there. Really, really good card to actually to have with us. So next is for Megarex. Great card. Stays with the adds a little bit to the draw engine. It's been around since the beginning, so it's pretty much a staple from now. So it's a really good card to kind of keep going forward, you know. Next is for Sweep, the main rearguard of the deck. You'll be wanting to gauge this as much as possible to have it gain a lot of power by itself. For the really good pressure on through your turns. And finally, for Spinal Extort, the new guy to the grade 2s. He's really brilliant. You CB1, retire a rear guard, draw a card, and call one of the gauges that was under the card that you retired. You just put that gauge, put a card from your deck to gauge it, and it definitely adds more to the it adds more of a multi-attacking for the deck. Works really well with quite a few of the cards here to kind of help with the gauging and get more out of it. And for the grade 1s, we have 4 Savage Shooter. 2 absolutely phenomenal skills. On ride, Soul Blast, draw a card, call a card from your hand, and gauge it. It's really good for kind of, this is actually absolutely fantastic. Good for going first, absolutely brilliant for going second, especially if you've got a sweeper in hand, or if you draw into it. If you draw into it from her draw or from your starter skill. It's absolutely fantastic. You can get really good pressure to begin with. And when it's on the rear guard, you can rest it to gauge a unit that has no gauges from your drop zone. So you can load up a card that load up for sweep, or something that you can actually something that you can go into through popping from Spinal Extort. Absolutely brilliant. I'm really liking this card. It's a definite staple going forward, possibly for me. 3 Prison Bird. This is a great researcher. You going first, you want to search out Angerblader. Going second, obviously Blazer. It's the only card in this deck that doesn't have a skill to gauge, but it benefits from it with giving itself an extra 5k, so you've got high pressure turns. 3's Underluffer. A really good card. Gives the moves gauges, gives an extra power, so it's absolutely perfect. Definitely a good one. 2 Sonic Miller. If you don't know what this, obviously for those who don't know what this does, if you're just getting into the game, when it boosts, it gives the unit its boost in the gauge, and on hit of the Vanguard, you can retire a rear guard to draw a card. Always good to have that little bit of on hit pressure for a booster. It's really good. And finally, for the grade 1s, Rabario, gauging and power boosting just for Soul Blast. It's really good. On place, it's something that I'm probably going to keep unless something kind of like is better. But my choice for the final 2. And going on to my trigger lineup, we've got 6 draw and 6 crit with 4 heals. I've gone for this because the deck has now got quite a lot of draw in the deck in itself. So I've reduced the draws down from 8 to 6 and added a couple of extra crits for it. This is really obviously I'm choosing crits over fronts because we obviously need those extra damages. So this is actually what I've gone for this build. Going forward, I'm going to play around with numbers and maybe see if I can get a Blazer deck, possibly. No guarantees on that though. But yeah, that I will be kind of seeing if I can build a deck around it. It's a great secondary for standard. So that is really what I have to say on that. I will mention now that we now have a store on eBay. It is Soulforge TCG. We're starting to kind of sell cards on there. So if you'd like to kind of support us by that way, we're actually starting off Spawn right now. So that is one way to actually support us. And all that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.